Registration for the Lincoln Marathon opens up on January 7th, and it opens at 3 a.m. And if you're not ready at that hour, you may not get in.
That's right, but since Project Purple is the official charity partner of the Lincoln Marathon, they have guaranteed spots. And when you run with them, you're advocating for a world without pancreatic cancer.
Ellie Erickson is the executive director of Project Purple. Good morning, Ellie. Good to see you.
Good morning.
We've had you on the show before. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's amazing just talking to you during the commercial break how much your organization has grown and changed. What is Project Purple?
So we are a nonprofit whose mission is, as she said, a world without pancreatic cancer. We really do two things. We fund research for a cure, and then we help patients through our patient financial aid program.
What can you share about pancreatic cancer? Because it is one that doesn't get as much attention as other forms of cancer, which ultimately impacts research. Survivability rates are awful. What can you share with our viewers, sort of some of those important bits of information?
It just passed breast cancer as it's now the third leading cause of cancer-related deaths. It's the least funded of the major cancers. The survivability rate is still at 6%. We just don't have the funding. It doesn't have the exposure that some of the other cancers do. So we're working really hard to try and raise awareness.
And if you don't have the funding, though, you can't do the extent of research that some of these other forms of cancer. What is the state of the research right now?
There's some really promising research, even here in Nebraska, at Nebraska Medicine. Some really exciting research going on for awareness. But again, we need more visibility.
I can't stop thinking about 6%. So when you say that, you're saying 6% of patients diagnosed
live 5 years.
For 5 years. And what that means to families, if you know anybody who's been diagnosed, your heart is with them because you understand what they go through. Why are you involved with the organization? Was there something personally that called you to it?
So 4 years ago, I really knew nothing about this disease. I just knew it was one I didn't want to get, but I didn't know a lot. And then my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She unfortunately passed away 6 months later. And then 2 years after that, my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer as well. So it's been quite a journey the last 4 years. I went from knowing nothing to losing both parents to this disease.
And these are both your parents right here?
Yes.
And that's what, after your mom was diagnosed?
Yeah. Yep, my mom was diagnosed first, and then she passed away, and it was crazy. 2 years later, my dad was diagnosed as well. And neither one of them had any real big signs. You know, they had the stomach ache for a couple weeks.
But that could have been explained probably as a number of things.
Right. There were no big major symptoms, nothing. Red flags that said I need to go get something checked out.
And that's generally the way this happens. People are stage 4 before they find out because it's a silent killer.
Okay, so you've got this relationship now with a Lincoln Track Club. Is it the Lincoln Track Club? That's who puts on the Lincoln Marathon.
Yes.
So how did that partnership come together?
You know, I reached out to Glenn and Nancy Moss, who are the directors of the Lincoln Marathon and Lincoln Track Club, and they had a board member that passed away from this disease, and they just took us in and helped us and made us the official charity of their marathon, and so we've been really grateful.
Well, you know, wait, who's this?
That is my son, Micah.
Who should be a point of inspiration for all of us who are thinking about this event. Like, I don't know if I can do it. Ellie's son did it last year. But you know this thing fills up so fast. And that's why we started the conversation, because if people have never tried to register, we've got friends who are right there setting their alarm, you know, like waiting by the computer so they can sign up. If you miss a spot or you just want to start with Project Purple, what are the benefits of running with you guys instead of going it alone?
Well, first of all, I think just making your miles matter. You know, I've run marathons without a charity and I've run them with, and it's so different. Even during the training, you just feel like you're making a difference and you're running for something bigger than yourself. My son and I will be running it again. He's back at it, and he struggled through the training and said, "Why do you run? This is awful." And then the day of the race, he was like, "I get it now. This is amazing." So,
what's the training? Do you train? Do people that are running for Project Purple train together? How does that work?
We do. We have a running coach, and she can put together a training plan. That's one of the benefits of running with us. But
can we walk with you, Ellie? Because this, you know, we were joking with you. Both of us are like, I'm not really a runner. But if you can walk, you can still get involved. How so?
So we have so many people that say, just as you guys did, you know, I'm not a runner, but I'd love to be a part of this. So we worked with the Lincoln Track Club and we added a walk event this year. We have a 2.4 mile walk and a 1 mile walk. It'll be held the day before the marathon on May 6th, and it's at Holmes Park in Lincoln.
Okay, that's Steps for a Cure. Now back to the Lincoln Marathon. How do you sign up for the Lincoln Marathon if you want to run for Project Purple?
Very easy. You go to projectpurple.org and under races you look for Lincoln and you join the team and
you get in.
you
right?
get in.
You get
You don't have to set your alarm for 3 a.m.
No. You're already there and able to join them at the Lincoln Marathon.
And there's
coming up.
there's also a perk for signing up before the new year, right?
We do. We have a really cool stocking cap, a beanie type, that they get free for registering with our team before the end of the year. So definitely
Set 'em now.
get on board.
ProjectPurple.org. Everything's there that you need to know. Ellie, thank you for being here.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
It's
Great to
amazing to
see you.
hear how your organization grows every year. It was just started 5 years ago, right?
Yes.
And already you have 20-some part-time, full-time
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah.
Some
we're
important
growing.
work you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you and
Good
Happy
stuff.
New Year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, we've received some wonderful snapshots surrounding Christmas in our picture of the day. A first for one local family.
Yeah, tomorrow though, live music. Who's going to perform? We're going to tell you as we take a look ahead.